What's up, you guys? It's your girl Loverlee, and I am back with another video. As you can see from the thumbnail and the title, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how you can DIY this sign or cutout for less than $20. If you guys would like to see the full step-by-step tutorial, make sure that you sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this video. But before we get started, if you aren't subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and also leave me some comments in the comment section below. Let me know if this tutorial was easy for you to understand. But without further ado, let's just get straight into this video. So I just wanted a very cute Merry Christmas signage so I can add to my backdrop, but instead of going on Google and finding a random image that might come out blurry, I went ahead and found one for only $1 on Etsy, and I purchased it. Whatever cutout images character you need, I will highly suggest that you go on Etsy and find one, and you will get different format of that image, so you can just save it and use multiple times without worrying about copyright. So after that, I went on to Walgreens because I know that I wanted to get it printed at Walgreens so I could pick it up on the same day. So I saved the image to my computer and uploaded it to Walgreens, printed it on satin paper 20 by 30 because that is the size of the foam board that I'm going to be using. So when you purchase a image off of Etsy, you get like a zip file with multiple format of the same image. So because I want to print this on white paper, I selected the image with the transparent background, and then when you upload it to Walgreens, because I selected the size paper that I wanted, which was 20 by 30, it's going to automatically just make the image as big as the size that you selected. But you do have the option to make the image smaller on the paper or just make it full size. But because my backdrop that I want to use this sign on is 8 by 8, which is very big, I selected to use the full 20 by 30 paper to make my sign. I didn't make it smaller or anything. I just make it the size of the board, which is perfect because, as I said, my backdrop is going to be big. So after I selected the size that fits my project best, I went ahead and moved on to checkout. I do think you have the option to check out as a guest, but I do have an account with Walgreens, so I went ahead and sign in. Whenever you're ordering stuff from Walgreens, I will highly suggest you look for a coupon or some type of promo code. I always use like a 60% off promo code, but for some reason it wasn't working today. So I did find like a Christmas coupon, and it was 50% off. So I put that code in and I got my order for 50% off. Yay! So I went ahead and picked up my order from Walgreens. This is how it comes rolled up because it is on a poster paper. Not every location does this. You should definitely make sure that you're selecting a location that offers same day pickup before you make your order. Also, I got a 20 by 30 foam board from Hobby Lobby because I was already there, but most of the times I will get the foam board from the Dollar Tree, and I really do feel like after this I'm going to start getting my 20 by 30 foam board from Hobby Lobby because the quality is so much better, and yeah, it just makes so much sense. It's like $1 more than the one at Dollar Tree, so not a big difference. So I definitely would highly suggest that you get your 20 by 30 foam board from Hobby Lobby. Just my opinion. I do feel like the quality is way better. And as you can see, the poster fits perfectly on the foam board. And I'm going to be using my hot glue to glue it on. When I put the glue on the foam board, I'm going to be using a scrap piece of foam board to smooth it out because it will make the poster fit on the board better. When I just put the glue on there and put my poster on top, whenever the glue dries, it will be like a lot of dents in my sign. Hence why I'm going to be smoothing the glue out before I lay my poster paper on top of the foam board. So I could leave my sign like this, simple, boring, but no. that is just not me. I'm going to be taking a sharp X-Acto knife and making cut around the Merry Christmas just to give it some character. Personally, I think that will just be a better choice. You can leave your sign like this, but for me, I think it needs something else. So make sure that your X-Acto knife is sharp. Use a new blade and it will determine the cut of your sign for sure. If your X-Acto knife is dull, then you'll have like a lot of mishap while cutting. But with a sharp X-Acto knife, you'll just get a smooth cut all the way around. So here's the final result for my Merry Christmas sign. I really wish that the Merry was more centered between the Christmas, but I still love it. I added it to my backdrop, and as I said earlier, my backdrop is an 8x8. It's very huge, and my sign fit perfectly on there. It's not too small, not too big. You can literally see it from a mile away. Let me know if this tutorial works for you. You can also use this whenever you're doing like your character cutout for your props for your events. I do them sometimes and it saves me a lot of money, especially when my clients are on a budget. Whenever I order these type of signs from my vendor, it will cost me $65 to $90 each. So this will definitely save you some bucks. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this tutorial. Give this video a like and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll definitely catch you guys in my next video. Bye!